Oh, this is the final product. Girl, I'm glowing. And I smell like a Fruit Loop. Who gonna test me? No one. The Vic.
I'm glad you brought it up because I've been dying to talk about it for a fucking hot minute. First of all,
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a collab episode. So a mixture of skincare 101 and a let's talk about it. So I realized I've been doing videos now for a few months and you guys don't know nothing about me. You don't know me. Who is she?
what?
What does that say, Anaya?
What?
No!
What?
Who's that girl? Who's that girl? Okay, let me stop. But for real though, y'all don't know nothing about me, so that's what this episode is about. I'm gonna do my little skincare routine with some products from a black brand. It's gonna be fire, and I'm gonna be telling you a little bit about myself. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into the video. This week's Power products are from Apple Rose Beauty, a black-owned vegan and cruelty-free skincare line. Today I will be using the cleanser, charcoal, and hibiscus exfoliating mask and moisturizing treatment. All products will be linked down below. So, my name is Maiya, but I also go by McQueen on social media platforms. And some people ask me why I chose McQueen, and they're like, is it because, you know, Alexander McQueen is your favorite designer? And I'm just like, no. I chose that name because my initials are MC and I was a born queen. Like, get into it, okay? Okay. So, don't play with me, play with your kids. Thank you. So that is why my name is McQueen. I'm 24 years old.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm a product of Jacksonville, Florida. Duval County, stand all the way up. Brett. And I want to say I moved to New York approximately 3 years ago. So when I was younger, I don't know about y'all, I was a fat baby, okay? I was a super fat child. I'm telling you. Just, she thick with it. Like super, super big. So I felt like even though I was big, I didn't have to, I don't know, wear ugly stuff. I feel like people automatically assume, hold on y'all, automatically assume because you're heavier set that you have to wear ugly stuff, and that's just not the tea for me. That's not the case. So I just, you know, started styling the plus size stuff, and I became really good at it. And you know, people threw little backhanded comments like, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you're plus size or big boned. Like, you hide your fat really well. And it was like, baby girl, hide? Never. You can never hide me. You see how big I am? You can never hide me, you know? So it was just like, oh, okay, you know, obviously I'm pretty good at it because people think I'm trying to hide my fat when I'm not. When I was getting backhanded praise, but yet still a compliment. So I was like, maybe I should take this fashion thing seriously. Fast forward, I graduated from Florida State University with a degree in RMPD, which is Retail Merchandising and Product Development. One of the longest degree names I've ever heard. And from there, I was just like, you know, we really about to be out here in these good streets, being on the cover of a magazine and being the CEO, and we're going to be the editor-in-chief, and we're going to see Anna in the streets, and we're going to be like, hey, girl, what's the tea? So, starts off my process to moving to New York. It was really hard. My ultimate goal has always been to empower other black women so that they could see themselves in a position of power and know that they could reach that level, because when I was younger I didn't see that. So that's always been my goal. Up until me getting my first job, I never felt like me being black held me back or was a problem until I got my first job. So my process to getting that first job after I graduated, I applied to mad jobs in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like here, there, everywhere. And I finally got a couple of emails asking me for an interview. Okay? I applied here, there, and everywhere. And you kind of have to finesse. You have to finesse the system. Like when I first was applying, I was telling people, they were like, oh, I see you went to Florida State. Do you live in New York now? I'm like, no, I still live in Florida. And I would get no response back. So you kind of have to finesse them and be like, yeah, I live in New York. You know, I'm just not there right now. You know, can we meet on Friday? So that's exactly what I did. I was like, you know, of course I live there. I'm just not there right this very second, you know? I can meet you on Thursday, though. So I hopped my cute little self on a plane, messaged one of my co-interns from the summer before, asked if I could stay with her, and I was out. Okay. Flew out, had 2 interviews, got a job, was overly excited. So I ended up getting the job. So I had to like hurry up and hustle to figure out a way to move myself to New York whilst working. And where I was at the bottom of the barrel. So, you know, it was crappy pay. Really crappy pay. I didn't have any money and mad hours. So it's really, really hard to, you know, move yourself from one state to another and work crazy hours. But I did it. And quiet as it's kept, I was homeless for a little minute. Like, before I flew back home to pack all my stuff up to officially move to New York, I put a deposit down on an apartment, but in New York, you have to put a deposit down, and they have to run your credit, and you can have a cosigner. So I had my mother as the cosigner. My mom has amazing credit. Like, this lady is an accountant / HR manager. Like, she does everything. She's, you know, the GOAT. Shout out to my mother. And she had amazing credit, and they still wouldn't take me. And I was just like, what is going on here? And this is what you have to watch out for. You have to watch out for these slumlords, these people who just want money from you. So I give them my deposit and my application fee. And they run my, you know, my credit, my background and all that stuff. And they're telling me, they're like, oh, your application isn't strong enough. Would you mind putting first month's rent down? Mind you, PSA, that's illegal. It's illegal. If they ask for double the rent as a deposit, that's illegal in New York. Tell them no. Okay. So I said, oh no, I feel like I'm getting finessed. I want all my coins back. Ahora. Thank you. So got my money back. Had to stay in a hotel for a little while. When the money ran out, I had to go stay with my uncle for a little while until I found my own place. And it was really hard because when you're applying for a new job and you're doing your new hire paperwork, they need an address for you. But I couldn't give anybody an address because I didn't have a place to stay. So that made my new hire process really difficult because I was like, oh, can I just put my mom's address in Florida as my address? She's like, you know, you need a New York address. I was like, the pizzeria. I was playing, but it was really difficult because I didn't have a permanent place to stay at the time. And I was just basically couch hopping, stay with my uncle, stay with a coworker. And mind you, I was new to the job, so she was an angel. Shout out to Liz. Yeah, it was really difficult. Fast forward a few months, I get let go because of repositioning. It was really racism, if you really want to talk about it at the end of the day. That's for another time. But I got let go because my personality was not conducive to the environment. People wanted me to be a yes woman, and that's just not what I do. You know, if I know something is wrong, I don't care who told me to do it, I'm questioning it, and I'm gonna say no. And people don't like that. People don't like when you question their authority when they're wrong. So I got let go. So then I went into fashion assisting, or not even fashion assisting, admin assisting at Kate Spade. So I was at Kate Spade for, I want to say, 1.5 to 2 years. Pause. I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes. I was at Kate Spade for like 1 to 2 years. At first, it was really cool. It was really fun. I'm the type of person, when I go to work, I want to work. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to come to work and just be sitting there. And that's what it became. It became me going to work and just sitting. So that didn't work out because, you know, that's another story for another time as well. I got stories, girl. I got stories. So for my birthday, I quit. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go balls out. I'm going to be a fashion assistant full time, freelance. And so I started getting little gigs here and there, freelancing. And then I just shot my shot with Essence. And finally, I just shot my shot with Essence. It wasn't so much a slide in the DMs as slide in the email box. I reached out to the fashion director at the time, Maiya Bobo. Amazing woman, amazing creator, darling. She does it. Go check her out on Instagram. Everywhere, she's just the truth. So, I wasn't really sweating it because I had been sending out emails to everyone, just seeing if they needed assistance. And I knew that they were at Essence Fest at the time. So, you know, I was like, you know, I'll get a sense how to get back to you, girl. So she hit me back and was like, we actually do need a closet assistant. You know, this is what we can pay you. This is this is that, this is the third. And I was so lit. I was like, oh my gosh. Essence? So I went up there and I freelanced for a couple of weeks, and then, you know, they hired me on full time through their temp agency or their freelance agency, and I want to say that was in July of last year. And then I worked with them, and it was an amazing experience. I'm really thankful for it, actually, because, you know, just like any other magazine, they have their problems, and I feel as though my experience is not going to be like everybody else's experience. And I think that because Marielle was my boss, she allowed me to expand my horizons, and she pushed me outside of my comfort zone, because I feel like I'm and I'm a decent writer, but without her pushing me out of my comfort zone, which was styling, I would have never been able to write for the .com, you know, stuff like that. I would have never been able to go on Go Sees. I would have never been able to go to Fashion Week and all these other things I got to, you know, attend, because she gave me an opportunity. So that was bomb. But earlier this year, they had some financial troubles, and they fired or let go of a whole bunch of people, myself included. So because of what I had dealt with in the past, not only with them, but with other people and publications, I said, you know what? I'm going to work for myself. Because honestly, in the past, all I ever wanted to do is just be an editor-in-chief. I was just like, creative director, editor-in-chief, that's what I want to do for another company. But it's just like, you can build your own brand and be your own creative director. You can be your own CEO. And I don't know why it took me so long to realize that that's what I needed to do, because I don't like listening to other people. So I kind of got on this journey of like really taking, you know, Instagram seriously. Hold on, y'all. Really taking Instagram seriously, really, you know, creating a YouTube, because people have been telling me for the longest time, oh, you know, create a YouTube. I was just like, YouTube, it takes so much time. I don't have time. Because honestly, being a fashion assistant, you don't have a lot of time. And this is Noxzema. I'm just working into my face. I know it seems like I'm double cleansing, but the first cleanser, I feel like it felt amazing. It was amazing, but Noxzema really gets rid of my acne very well. And I know you're like, what acne? That's my point. Okay. So I was like, you know what? Just let me work for myself. I felt like that's the pathway that I want to try to get on, because at the end of the day, you run your own schedule. You work with companies that you want to work with, that stand for you and the community that you are trying to reach out to. And I was just like, why didn't I think of this earlier? Like, what was wrong with me that I felt like I wasn't enough to make Instagram videos and pictures and YouTube and all this other stuff? Like, you know, I don't know what was going on, why I didn't think I was adequate enough. But I guess I got fed up with the industry I was trying to penetrate knocking me down, because that's what I really felt like. I felt like every way I turned, it was something. It was like when I'm trying to go full steam ahead and be like, I'm on my way, and then something says, but no, the hell you're not. So it's just like, damn, what's going on? Like, what is the problem? So I just said to myself, I'm like, you've made connections. You know a few people. You don't know a lot of people, but you know a few people. And you know some people that are willing to help you. You know some loyal people. Going in with the lemon, you know. For hyper pigs, you know. And you can use that to brand yourself. So that's what I started doing. I started taking, first off Instagram, because I want to take baby steps. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. I started off with, taking more pictures and really honing in on my hair, because that's what y'all seem to like to see. When I sit up here and I spend all night recreating a trench coat, y'all don't seem to like it that much. But when I do a hair flip, y'all love it. So I started honing in on my hair more. I started getting, kind of a little bit of traction, made a few videos, and I'm kind of on my way. And I say all this to say that you are me and I am you. I'm a regular schmegular degular girl from Florida who has a dream and hopes that her dream can make her well off. I don't want to be the richest person in the world. I don't want to be the flashiest person in the world. None of that. I want to be the person who you go to for real information. I want you to feel like my opinion isn't bought, because it isn't. Even if a brand pays me to review a brand, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to review the brand. I'm going to give you the truth about how I feel about it. You see what I'm saying? I just want what's best for my community, honestly. I want to create art that not only resonates with me, but resonates with my community, and feel like they have a connection to me through what I do. I'm really all about positive energy, and respect is a very big thing to me. So if you feel like you need to address something with me, I don't mind conversing about it, but keep it cute or keep it mute, okay? So I say all that to say, be yourself. That was my biggest thing. I wanted to get paid to be me. I'm what I like to call clatchet, It's a little bit of, I'm going in with apple cider vinegar for my face, It smells horrid, but it gets the job done. Clatchet, just like I'm a little classy and bougie, but I can get ratchet with the best of them, okay? Okay. So, I just want to always be me, and I need people to understand that I'm always changing. That doesn't mean I'm fake. That just means I'm learning. Like, if I did something when I was 13, I'm still not going to do it at the ripe age of 25. It makes no sense for me to do it. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I just really want to get paid for being myself, being authentic, being eccentric, because that's what your girl does. I'm sorry, this apple's on a vinegar.
So you can't see at all?
Huh?
You can see though, right?
I'm legally blind. I can see, barely.
But, yeah, that's my biggest goal. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was this video on Instagram going around where this little girl was getting her dreads retwisted, and she just looks in the camera and is just like, I'm ugly. And when I saw the video, I was like, how dare you say that about yourself? But you have to look at where she's coming from. If in society and in her life, everybody's always told her she was ugly, then that's what she's going to believe. And it was a whole moment. And I felt like, well, prior to that, I felt like there's plenty of girls out there doing what I do. There's plenty of dark-skinned black girls out there, doing it up, representing. But obviously this little black girl still didn't see herself, because if she did, she wouldn't have made those comments or made that connection. So I was just like, oh no. Won't no little dark-skinned black girls be, you know, feeling like they ugly on my watch. So I had to get into it. So this is what this channel brings you. This brings you me, full flesh, full force, real life. And the reality of it is, people don't like me. People aren't gonna like me. They're not gonna like what I say. I have a lot of unpopular opinions, but it's a what? So what? Like, y'all love to troll me on the gram, which is so funny to me, because you'll troll me without even looking at my page. You'll be like, support black brands, and I'm just like, did you see who was tagged in the picture? Like, okay, Miss Girl.
Okay, my apologies, Miss Girl.
Miss who?
I'm
She's
sorry.
not a girl. It's Miss Toller.
It's Judge Toller.
Judge Toller.
Be quiet.
So, just know, I'm doing my damnedest to, you know, not only give you guys great content, but make sure it has, ooh, okay then, has, you know, the most blackest of content. What is this? What's the name? Is the moisturizing treatment for normal and sensitive skin. Okay, Miss Girl. Okay, Miss Girl. Ooh. It smells like Fruit Loops, y'all. Ooh. I'm the chocolatiest Fruit Loop you ever seen. What's goody in the hoodie? Bra-da-da-da. You could never. You could never. You could never. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. If you would like to know anything else, hit your girl up. Y'all use them comments for trolling, but y'all be asking no real questions. So let me see what's up with y'all. This is the final product. Girl, I'm glowing. And I smell like a Fruit Loop. Who gonna test me? No one. Vic. So, until next time, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And peace to you. Bye.